This extraordinary documentary you're about to watch will be like nothing you've ever seen before. About 2,600 years ago, there was a young man named Daniel who had dreams and visions. An angel spoke to Daniel about the end of days that we are currently living. Since 1925, there has been an impressive track record of accuracy that continues to this very moment. This can't be a coincidence, and yet it goes unnoticed by the general public. If you doubt prophecy to play a crucial role in future events, this remarkable documentary will untangle the mysteries and offer a vital piece of evidence that will fit like a glove. Let me propose one single question. If God gave us prophecies, then shouldn't we understand it? The answer is an outstanding yes. So hold on tight. Without further delay, on with the show.
I saw the ram, Iran and Turkey, pushing westward, northward, and southward, so that no beast might stand before him. Neither was there any that could deliver out of his hand. But he did according to his will, and became great. Welcome, brothers and sisters. I have something very exciting to share with you. I want to tell you about a scripture, Daniel 8, verse 4, in which it says, I saw the ram pushing westward, northward, and southward, so that no beast might stand before him. Neither was there that any could deliver out of his hand, but he did according to his will, and became great. This actually is a prophecy scripture here that happened in 2024. It came alive. It's a testimony that the Lord is actually, he's here. He's watching out after us. All this is real. God is real. Jesus is real. But the question is on this verse is, I saw the ram. Who is the ram? That ram is pushing to the west, north, and south. Sounds like war to me, right? So we need to find out exactly who the ram is. And if you scroll down in Daniel 8, verse 20, it tells you, he gives you the answer. The ram which thou sawest having two horns are the kings of Media and Persia. Well, the two horns are leaders. That's what the horns are. Two horns are the kings, the leaders of Media and Persia. That the ram is the leaders of Media and Persia. But what is Media? In order to better understand Revelation 8 verse 4 and understand what the ram is, we need to take a look at the map. 2,600 years ago, if you notice in green, it's pointed to Persia. Well, Persia in 1935 changed their name to Iran. So that is how we understand that the ram is Iran. But who is Media? Well, 2,600 years ago, and pointed in red here, Media covered a territory. So think of it as a map. It covered all that is in yellow. So the ram represents, we know, Iran today. And if you notice in blue, it concludes Turkey as part of the Media territory area. So we're looking at the kings of Turkey, the king of Turkey, and the king of Persia. And that is how we understand what the ram means in Revelation chapter 8, verse 4. In case you don't understand that Iran used to be called Persia and changed their name in 1935, let's review it. It's all over the internet. Who is Persia today? Well, we read right here in 1935, right here, 1935, Reza Shah Pahlavi changed the name from Persia to Iran. And that happened in 1935. And Reza Shah Pahlavi became the king in 1925. And he changed the name from Persia to Iran in 1935. Website, gtl.news. And that website has a timeline. And I have events. You can check out the timeline actually what happens into the past, present, and future. It's very interesting. But I have an article. It says Turkey and Iran pushed to the north, south, and west in 2024. It happened. I've known about this for many, many years. So I've been waiting for it to happen. I knew that when it happened, that things would start progressing towards closer and closer to the second coming of Jesus Christ. And find out what's going to happen in 2025. Literally, I know it's going to happen before it happens. I've been waiting for this stuff. So you click on 2025, and there's quite a bit of things that happen for 2025. You can find out what's going to happen about 2026 and so forth. But I wanted to show you, I'm telling you that Iran is going to start a war. Iran and Turkey are going to start a war and push to the north, south, and west. And here are some articles. I need to make a correction. The war that I was expecting Iran and Persia to start, they've already started it. I'm so used to saying, watch out for it, but it's happened. That I'm using here for educational purposes. But it says Iran and Turkey ties tested by Assad's downfall in Syria. Okay, and then we have another one. Before his ouster, Syria's Assad told Iran that Turkey was aiding the rebels to unseat him. And then we have another article. October the 3rd, 2024, Israel strikes on Hezbollah targets continue in Beirut, Lebanon. The point I'm trying to make here is that Iran and Turkey, they're pushing to the north, south, and west, and they've been doing that, and they've done it. In 2024, when they made it all the way to Israel, and Iran was striking Israel. So we read this other one. Is this Turkish President Erdogan calls for Russia, Iran, Turkey, and Syria alliance against Israel. So we have Turkey and we have Iran. And notice we talked about that, right, in the scriptures, Daniel, that it would be Iran and Turkey. Then we go to this one. Here we go, that's Aragon there. It says live, Turkey to declare war against Israel. There you go. We already know that Iran is declaring war against Israel. Now we know that Turkey's all part of it. And it's all part of prophecy being fulfilled. So there we go again, okay? Brothers and sisters, at this point you should be able to read the scripture, Daniel 8, that I started out with, and it should make a lot more sense. It says, I saw the ram. Well, we know the ram is Iran and Turkey. We also covered that the fact that Media is a territory that covers the north where Turkey is and the south where Iran is. So I saw the ram, which is Iran and Turkey, pushing westward and northward and southward. And we just covered a lot of articles that mention that Iran and Turkey are doing exactly that, so that no beast might stand before him. Neither was there that any could deliver out of his hand, but he did according to his will and became great. Bingo, how about that? You learned something. But there's one thing I still need to cover with you, and that is the fact, okay, a lot of people believe these scriptures happen hundreds of years ago, that Daniel 8, chapter 8 happened hundreds of years ago. But now I'm going to show you otherwise. We're going to read two scriptures here. Verse 17 and one is 19, and they say basically the same thing. It says, verse 17, so he came near where I stood, and when he came, I was afraid and fell upon my face. But he said unto me, understand, O son of man, for at the time of the end shall be the vision. Verse 19, and he said, behold, I will make thee know what shall be in the last end of the indignation, for the time appointed the end shall be. You have two verses right there that are trying to tell people that this is not something that happened 1,000 years ago or hundreds of years ago, but this is something that will happen in the end of days. And so we understand that chapters 8, 11, and chapter 7 of Daniel are talking about our day, the end of days. How about that for some great news, brothers and sisters? You learned something. I hope you have any questions. Feel free to get in contact with me. I love to answer. I love to answer questions. Just when you ask the questions, please be humble about it. Sometimes I get responses with people who are telling me, oh, you're wrong, but they don't really realize that I really put a lot of thought into this. I prayed about it. I asked God in 2010. I asked God to help me to understand prophecy. I've done my research. I know, I see it in my head. I understand things like one of the great things I understand are the 7 seals that lead up to the second coming of Jesus Christ. Understanding that each seal is a 1,000-year period of time, but each seal represents like a day to the Lord, which is 1,000 years. Just amazing things that are coming about. Please subscribe to my channel, because you're going to find some amazing things. I've already got a couple videos on there. I'm new. I'm going to really be posting starting January the 20th. But I've been posting this week. So yes, things are happening. Isn't that exciting? We understand how close we are to the second coming once you understand the 7 seals and the 8 kings that lead up to the second coming of Jesus Christ. You learn watch my other videos, you'll learn when the first of 7 trumpets start to sound. You'll understand when we enter the 7th seal. Things are happening, brothers and sisters. God bless you. Please check out my website, gtl.news. And please check out my videos on YouTube as well as Rumble. Daniel saw our day. 2025, the coming war. Iran and Turkey and the United States.
It is common knowledge that the war in the Middle East has continued to rage like a wildfire.
Yet, if the news tips from the following 2 people are correct, the Middle East is about to go to a level we've never seen over there.
That's right. As you may have heard, recently Bible scholar Lau Taylor announced he has made over 10 huge major Bible insight discoveries, and some deal directly with Trump and the USA attacking Iran and Turkey.
Huge news, if it's true, and Lau isn't alone on this one. More and more pastors and researchers like Timothy Thompson have verified those claims and agrees that the revelation of St. John, the divine, and Daniel in the Bible did in fact see our day.
What caught my attention about these discoveries by Lowell and verified by Timothy is the impressive track record of accuracy which goes back to 1925 and continues to this very moment. Some 26 prophetic points fulfilled or in the process of fulfillment. That can't be a coincidence.
You're right. The track record is amazing. And to see how ancient prophecy about President Trump, the USA, Iran, and Turkey is shaping up right before our eyes to be fulfilled. It's so surreal.
In a time when there's so much talk about ghosts, here we are seeing something that Daniel said he was shown and told about by an angel. Makes you wonder if it's really true in the Middle East. It's like reading headlines of the future and then seeing the day play out. It's so amazing.
So, Allison, Timothy and Lowell are claiming Daniel truly had a vision and saw our day, but do you believe it?
Look, Lau has it on record. His first set of YouTube videos 10 years ago was about Khamenei and another leader that would, in the future, push to the west, north, and south. Then in July of 2016, Lau has it on record that President Erdogan of Turkey fulfilled Bible prophecy identifying Erdogan as the other leader who, with Khamenei, would push to the west, north, and south. And look, it's happened. Khamenei and Erdogan are pushing to the west, north, and south.
Call me Doubting Thomas. I'm waiting for the U.S. to attack and remove Khomeini and Erdogan from power. If that happens, I'm in. I'm a believer. Daniel must have seen an angel.
Okay, we have you on the record. If it happens, we'll check out to see if you truly believe Daniel saw an angel. Allison, any final comments?
Wow. The more I researched it, the more I realized what they are sharing with us is based on actual truth mixed with future events that are plausible. In my experience, for safety reasons, it's wise, it's best to plan for the worst and hope for the best. Like finding an unattended box in the airport. We got to take this serious until proven otherwise. There's just too much at risk. We have only scratched the surface of the insights Lau has shared. And there are others that are very significant. I can see that this is a major wake-up call that we can't afford to ignore.
Wow. Looks like you've recently stumbled across some very powerful information. It makes sense that God gave us these prophecies so that we could better be prepared. And it makes sense we should be able to understand it. Really sounds like you both did a great job researching a hard topic. Thank you, Ron and Allison, for joining us.
Thank you, Pete.
My pleasure, Pete.
This is indeed one of the most important messages of our day. We are either going to witness significant Bible prophecy being fulfilled, or there's going to be yet another blunder. Either way, it's very important that we at least keep an eye on it until it proves one way or the other.
Thank you, brothers and sisters, for watching my video. Please subscribe so that I can keep you informed about future prophecies that are happening in the past, present, and future. We're living in some extraordinary times. God bless you and thank you. That's all, folks. Have a great weekend.